Born star, born star, born star. Where you recognize you're a star. It is Friday, aka Friday. We've made it to the beginning of October, the end of the week. It's Halloween. What are you watching? Hopefully you're watching something scary. If you're not, you need to be. Oh my God, every day for the rest of the month I'm looking at scary things because I love scary and Halloween. It's an excuse for me not to watch regular TV when I could watch scary TV instead. So you'll find me with some popcorn watching some hatchety killer chase people in the forest while they think they're going camping, only this is going to be the worst camping they've ever experienced because they forgot Michael Myers wasn't dead. Boop. Yep. Halloween will never get old. Michael Voorhees, he's not dead either, and Freddy Krueger still keeps haunting your dreams. What are you going to do? All you're going to do is figure out which lady hands was rocking that cradle, and you're going to have to figure out if that chick with the exorcist is still trying to fight the demons away. Let's get into the conversation of no media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they allowed us anyway. Well, it's Friday, and I still think that Tucker Carlson is a total idiot. I still think that Fox News should be shut down. I'm really sick of them altogether. I don't like their anti-vax thing, and I'm over it. I think everyone that is on that station is a complete buffoon. Not only that, I'm really sick of these dumbass Republicans, the Marjorie Taylor Greene morons. Just stop. Bunch of cult followers, and they're so confused and lost, and they're putting money over people, and the people they're doing that with is their own base. It's just like so pathetic. Like they really went out of their way to try to get rid of Gavin Newsom in California. And while I'll say some of the things that happen in California are ridiculous, I agree with everything Gavin Newsom does. The way he was able to protect those that live in California by keeping mask mandates, by saying that schools need to have mask mandates, by doing difficult things and being a leader in a difficult time, I have to commend him on that. I also have to commend the governor of Connecticut and a bunch of other places too. Like, there's a lot of things that go bad in California that suck. Like, they misuse money and they don't know what they're doing. Yes, but the whole politicizing COVID thing with Republican officials is stupid. Like, shut up, man. We're trying to get over this and move through it. And you guys are prolonging this to an extent where it's going to get far worse before it gets far better. And aren't we tired of wearing these masks? I know I am. When people come to my job, I want them to see my face, not my mask. Granted, my mask is cute because I have cute masks because I'm trying to make the best out of it. But still, like, I want my face to be seen, man. Like, I don't want to be covered up by a face mask like I'm a doctor because I'm not a doctor. So this isn't working for me. And as much as I like wearing it because it makes me kind of feel like a superhero or a supervillain, whatever, I'm not feeling it. I don't like these anti-masking people because I take the flu shot every year. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I take it. Also, I've worked in education where you have to take shots, you have to do things a certain way, so I'm just used to doing that. Also, I went to college and I went to high school and I went to elementary school and I've lived in America my entire life and I've had to have shots. In college, you have to go to the doctor before you can apply for the next semester and have all your shots done. That's just normal here. So the fact that they're trying to act like the COVID-19 shot is not like the measles shot or another shot is ridiculous. Like, I'm just over it. But let's get to the fact that there still isn't any stimulus check coming out, and they haven't removed the Fed taxes for people that don't make $50,000. What are we talking about? Can we do that? Can we reward people that don't have kids, that don't have like 17 kids, and can afford to live a normal life? Can we reward those? Can we figure out something with these ridiculous housing prices? Can we do that? Come on, man. Or the ridiculousness of Wall Street with reality. Like, can we have these conversations? Just, why aren't we doing that? Like, the government sucks. Biden doesn't know what day it is. Kamala Harris, I don't know who she works for because I'm not sure if it is the White House. And their excuses that they come up with don't make any sense. The Democrats are screwed. When it comes to them trying to get reelected, they keep running on the wrong shit. Like, you need to be figuring out a way to make the people you're running for believe you. And what they're doing is not that. The corporate thing with Democrats is going to burn them. That's why they lost seats when Biden won. How do you lose seats? How? How? We need to be concerned. Like, these Republicans are psycho. They're nuts. They're insane. They're actually investing all this time into taking women's rights away with limiting abortions. Why do you care what a woman does with her body? Who cares? Who cares? Why is that a topic for discussion? Why? Why are you running on that? Why do they use religion the way they do? It's so pathetic. They would use religion. It's a business. And it's kind of like a cult-like mentality. Like, the fact that they use a combination of women shouldn't have abortions and you need to believe in Jesus in America, and they're using those two things together, that's a problem. Why aren't we talking about that? It's really creepy. Like, and then they're telling you shouldn't take a vaccine all at once. It's kind of like, wait, what's going on here, man? Like, it's kind of a combination of insanity. And I'm kind of like getting tired of them. Like, why do you get an opinion, you psychos? Like, you psychos, you need like a therapist. Like, let me know when you've been to the loony bin and when you've been fixed. You need to take some medicine. Like, something is really wrong with you. And I believe people are designated to have their free opinion and their thoughts about whatever they want to. But I also don't think that a group of people get to go around telling people not to get a vaccine that's going to potentially make the situation far easier. It's not that COVID-19 is going to save you from getting COVID, because you can still get COVID with it. It's going to save you from dying. So if you want to die from COVID-19, go ahead, don't take the shot. If you want to keep talking about abortion rights in 2021 like it's 1921, go ahead. Go ahead. Morons. They just keep wasting airtime. And we need to be talking again, like I said, ways we can cut taxes for people that make $50,000 or less. And if that's not big enough, let's make it $75K or less. They don't need to be paying federal taxes. They're not even going to notice the difference. Come on, man. So we can stop funding crap that does not deserve it. Like, no. We shouldn't be funding things for people that are purposely going out of their way not to have employment, and just so they can get free things off the government. The government has to stop giving things away to people that don't deserve it. Clearly don't deserve it. Like, I'm sorry, don't care. Next. They need to stop doing that. I don't care about parents that can't afford daycare for their kids. Don't have kids if you can't afford the upkeep of them. They're not free. It's $1 million a head. Next. Let's be realistic. Children are very expensive. Diapers, formula, milk, clothes. You have to raise them from 0 to 18. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of money. And it never ends. Even after 18, you're still raising them. That's what comes with being a parent. You need to be fully aware of that, and you need to be fully prepared. It's not cheap. So I don't care about that. That's not my burden. That's not my problem. That's not our problem. Middle-class Americans, independents that don't have a side, we don't want to hear all this rigmarole about what you're going to do for people with kids. Why isn't there a tax decrease for me? Because I pay my bills. I paid all my bills during COVID-19 when a lot of other people didn't. Why don't we get a tax break for that? Like, if you're going to increase anyone's wages, why not increase the wages of people that are overpaying taxes that don't make any logical sense? Tell me how that works. The Democrats are a bunch of morons, and I'm tired of the excuses. Biden doesn't even know what day it is. Like, he needs to obviously be in one of those wards with the keys and the locks to keep him from getting out. And he needs his medicine because he doesn't even know what day it is. He thinks his mom is walking around every time he goes to talk somewhere. Dude, stop. And Trump is no better. He is talking about one thing, then he starts talking about water faucets. He doesn't even know what day it is. Like, all he wants to do is eat his Big Mac with his Diet Coke. And cool, dude, eat your Big Mac with your Diet Coke. But I don't want to know you're eating your Big Mac with your Diet Coke. And can we shut down Fox News with the, I know you want to get vaccines, but that's taking away your rights. Do you know that the people that work at Fox had to get the vaccine to work there? So Tucker Carlson is telling people not to get the vaccine, but his ass has the vaccine. Like, what is going on? Like, dude, shut up. Man, nothing irritates you more than a bunch of idiots that think everybody else around them are idiots too. Like, their base, the Republican base, are really dumb. Like, a lot of their base is stupid. They're preaching to a base of like 30%, right? Like, so they're putting all their eggs into a basket of Trump cult members. Why? Like, you can be a conservative and be thinking that spending $3.5 trillion in 10 years is insane because you don't know how it's going to be paid for, and I totally understand that. You can also be somebody concerned about the fact that we're moving in the wrong direction, because why are we going to communist ideas like medical for all? That's not going to work in a country with this many people. It's just not going to work. Also, why are we giving free education away to people? Like, an associate's degree is the equivalent of like middle school. Like, yo, you can't get an actual job with an associate's degree, like a good one. Trust me, you can't. Let's not lie. Let's stop lying to people by telling them that going to one of these like second like level colleges like is good. Like, it's not. And let's stop making people think that they matter more than they do. Like, here's the thing. You're going to graduate and you're going to get an interview. They're going to ask you where you went to college. When you bring up the fact that you went to a community college, likely the interview is going to go from, I can't wait to talk to you, to, oh my God, we thought that was a bachelor's degree. Oh, so you got an associate's? Okay, and what did you study? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, if you were in this environment, what would you do? They're not even going to be able to answer certain questions because they're not going to understand them because they have an associate's degree. Like, it's like a middle school education. Moving on. Like, stop. Like, we just need to stop giving things out for free here, because the only people that are paying for it are you and me. The normal, everyday, working middle-class Americans are the ones that get suckered into overpaying for crap that makes no sense, and no one ever talks about it after they enact it into law. Like, stop doing that, man. I don't care about people with kids. I don't see why they get a tax credit. Who cares? Why is that something I'm talking about? Dude, really. It's so annoying. But that is no media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they lie to us anyway. They do lie every day. Don't listen to Tucker Carlson. He's a moron. Next. Okay, so it's Friday. First part of our conversation. How do you pick a new scent? Like, I would say, like, going to like Macy's. I was going to say Lord & Taylor, but they closed. Lord & Taylor was a great place to find a new scent. They had everything everywhere in there, and it was like the best store ever, but they went out of business, and I'm still sad about that, and I really don't want to talk about it because I'm sad about it. Macy's is another store, but they just irritate me in Macy's because, I don't know, there's just something about their staff. They're just irritating. They have this thing called Scentbird or whatever, where it sends you a new scent every month, and it's like $20, and you'll get a new scent. But there's also what is the name of that store? There's Victoria's Secrets. They have their own scent line. There's perfume stores like in the mall. You can go on Google and look for like places to get perfumes from. If you want to actually smell them, I would go in Macy's. Like, there's options. They're there. You just have to look for them. There's Bath and Body Works. They have a lot of great scents. It's not on the more expensive side. That's like more affordable. Like, you're looking at like $30 at the most, the highest price in there. But if you're looking for like exclusive scents, like Escada and Ralph Lauren and Chanel, um, you're gonna have to go on like Macy's or like a perfume store and get it from there. Like I like the scent of Escada. I've liked that. I like the blue. I think that's a Ralph Lauren scent. Um, I like those scents. I like light, like sort of breezy scents that remind me of like the ocean. I like anything like that. But sometimes I like scents that are far more stronger, like Escada. I like those scents as well. Um, I like having a variety and a variation of different scents. Depends on the mood I'm going for or where I'm going. Like that's kind of how I decide what scent I'm going for. So I say use a combination of those options to find the scent you're looking for. Or even just venture online and do a little bit of web surfing and find exactly what you're looking for. Next part of our conversation, video games with Amazon. So Amazon has its own video game system where you can play video games, and it's pretty cool. They sent me an email to get in with it when it first came out, and I gotta tell you, I love it. I've always been a Nintendo geek, and I've always loved video games whenever I have an opportunity to play, and it's really fun, and it's a way to take you away from just constantly watching things and actually becoming a part of, what you're playing, and it gets you intrigued. And I really do think that that's what video game provides you a way to have fun with family, friends, or someone special, and you're only going to find that if you are playing video games. Next part of the conversation, the idea of smart fridge sounds fun, but is it? Like, I feel like I want that Samsung fridge, but where would I want that Samsung fridge? Because I don't know if I'd be able to have that Samsung fridge in my apartment now. It's likely no, because it wouldn't fit in the refrigerator space, but it does look cool, but I don't know how I would use it. I don't know. It does look cool. That would have to be for like a house. And how much does that fridge cost? Like, is it worth that price? Like, granted, I'm always talking about getting a fridge with an ice machine, because I really do miss my fridge with the ice machine, but that's been gone for far too long. But I don't know if it's worth that. Like the idea of a touchscreen fridge, do you really need that? Or like a fridge that talks to you, like water. Like, do you need that? Like, is that necessary? Like, I feel like we want that, but it's not necessary. And who wants to spend like $5,000 on a refrigerator? No, it's not worth it. Just get a regular fridge that comes with wherever you live at and just be happy with that. A smart fridge sounds fun, but what happens if it doesn't work right? How are you going to get your food out of there? I'm just thinking of like the worst thing that could ever happen. What if the refrigerator starts to like not do what you want because it's a robot and it's a piece of electricity and it wants to talk to you and it's like a bad version of a Terminator movie? Like, you're going to be running away from your fridge. Like, I'm not seeing that this is going to be a good thing. So for now, stick with your regular fridge that came with your house or your apartment or your condo and just be happy with that. It's not going to look as pretty, but who cares? And if you want a fridge that has an ice maker in it, just lie to yourself and pretend like the ice tray in the freezer is an ice maker. Just saying. And you're probably cheaper doing that anyway. Next part of our conversation, Apple or HP? There's no conversation. Apple. Does anybody even use HP anymore? I mean, I'm saying that as somebody that doesn't like anything that's not an Apple product. Like, I have an Apple Watch, I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, or I have AirPod Pros now, and I have a iPad. I don't use regular products. I mean, I have to do that at work, but that's because I'm forced to use it. Outside of work, I don't really know how to operate. I don't have a Windows operation system. And I gotta tell you why I like the way HP looks. And if I was gonna have to have a Windows thing, I would either get a Surface or an HP. But I gotta tell you that it's not that appealing. I like Apple better. It works and it does exactly what I want. I like that it's connected to my iPhone. I like that it's connected to my Apple Watch. I like that it's all connected to each other, and I'm not gonna get that versatility with something that's not Apple. So for me, it's Apple. It's not HP. It's none of that other stuff. It's just that. I'm all about simplicity, and that's why I like Apple, because it's simple. And the reason it costs more is because it works, it's efficient, and it lasts far longer. Like, I've had my laptop for a couple years now, and it's still getting the job done. Like, and that's all I want. And that's all you should want. So Apple over HP all day, every day. Next part of our conversation. Push yourself to smile, even if it's difficult. It takes far more effort to be miserable and sad and upset than it takes to laugh and smile. Making stuff into a joke or laughing is timeless and it's enjoyable, and you should try that. Put a smile on your face. Find humor in something that's difficult. Make yourself laugh, because laughing is better than crying, and being happy is better than being upset. It's really easy to just be upset and, whoa, I'm in a mood and I want to be depressed and I don't want to do anything. But it's far easier to just be happy. Like, granted, not everything is going to be the way you want it to be all the time. That's not how life works. But find a way to just enjoy your life and be happy and put a smile on your face, and just think about the fact that the sun rose, or your dog rolled around and looked silly, or Jessica Fletcher told a joke that wasn't that funny on Murder, She Wrote last night. Like, find something funny and laugh at it. That's what I say. Or look at the jokers and crack up laughing because Murr had to jump out of an airplane and he is really, really, really scared of flights. Or the fact that Sal had to end up with spiders in a cage, and that was hilarious. Or all the other punishments they end up getting. There's so many ways you can smile. Surround yourself with smiling. It's good. It looks good on you. Smiling looks good on you. Next part of our conversation. What's new this weekend on watching? Well, we need to go on Netflix and find out what's new on Netflix. We spent a lot of time looking at Netflix last week. We watched a bunch of movies on there, and they were all really good. And that Sopranos movie on HBO Max, phenomenal. Too bad we lost Tony. It was very sad. And all the other movies that we saw on Netflix were good. There's still some more we need to finish, so we are going to be looking at, and let me tell you, I feel like The Serpent is good. We should watch that. Stronghold, we still haven't looked at that yet. There's something called The Wake on Netflix that we might try. I did want to watch The Road movie that has that guy that I really like. He's a pretty great actor. We might try to get that in. That's on Netflix. Again, I don't know what's going on Amazon. Like, I feel like they could do far more, and I don't know what's going on with them. HBO just came out with that Sopranos movies, so who knows what's next. And we're waiting for the new Halloween movie to come out on, I think, Peacock. So I guess we're just waiting. Shudder has had some horror movies on, but they haven't been the greatest horror movies. And it seems like regular cable has gone straight to horror for Halloween. So who knows what we'll get into. But I'll bet you it'll be good this weekend, and can't wait for that. Next part of our conversation. There's so much available with horror and mystery. How do you choose? You don't choose. You watch both of them. Duh. Next part of our conversation. Are we ready for a new show? There's so many. I mean, there's that show I just told you about on Netflix. They seem to be doing a lot of shows on there. Hulu has some shows, but I don't know which one we're going to try. We're still watching Animal Kingdom. I think that's about to go off. Who knows what's next? There's so much to look at. Like, you really have to take time and go through it, like, app by app, series by series, and find one that really fits into whatever you're looking for. That's basically how you're able to pick what you're going to watch next. Titans on HBO Max looks really good, so I think I want to start that. That's going to be a show that I watch by myself. And it looks like Doom Patrol is back too, so definitely got to catch up on that. It seems like there's only 3 episodes of that, so we need to catch up on that ASAP, because that show is phenomenal. It seems like DC is the essence of comics. It is. And while I like Marvel, I'm a DC fanatic. I love them better. I'm sorry, I do. I like both, but DC wins more in my heart than Marvel. It's more true to time for me, and the stories are just, they're more evolutional for me. Gotham City isn't like Iron Man. There's a big difference between those two. And Batman is an Iron Man. And Superman isn't the Joker. And the bad guys aren't the same. It's just another. It's not the same to me. I don't know. It's not. It's not. It's not. I love DC. You know I love DC. You know I love Gotham City. You know I love Harley Quinn. You know I love Joker. I love DC because I read comic books. I like the stories. I love what DC is. Now I love Marvel too for a different reason, but I love DC more. And I'm not going to lie about that. I always will. Um I'm hoping that with everything we just talked about, that you're able to find something that you want to watch this weekend as well. So hopefully you find something good to watch, and hopefully you find something new to watch. Next part of our conversation: who doesn't want breakfast for dinner? The idea of pancakes and eggs and bacon for dinner is delicious. Granted, I don't know if I want to make all that, but I would definitely try. With a nice little skillet, make some sunny side up eggs with some cheese, or an omelet with some bacon, some pancakes, fresh pancakes off the skillet. Delicious. Who doesn't want that? With a nice glass of milk with some OJ? Delicious. Breakfast for dinner any day can be great, but especially on a Friday. Delicious. Let's go, please. Next part of our conversation. The Halloween Oreos are delicious. Not only are the Halloween Oreos good, but the Halloween cereal that they come out with every year, it's like the best cereal ever. Like the Count Chocula Halloween edition, and I know that's not the healthiest cereal to eat, and you should probably only eat that in moderation. But if you're looking to really, I'm not going to say pig out, but you're looking to find some really great snacks, and you're about to have some, marathons and some movie-a-thons in your house, and you're looking for some fun things to eat outside of popcorn, cereal in a box is a pretty good start, man. Just shove some in a container with some popcorn, mix it around, and you just made yourself a popcorn mix. Pretty good. Pretty good. Delicious. And Halloween is a great time to celebrate that. Pumpkin pie. There's something about that. I even think McDonald's has their own version of pumpkin pie. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. Now, I'm thinking about making pumpkin pie. I'm going to have to find a good recipe on Pinterest and maybe watch a YouTube video and get inspired and make it myself. We'll see what happens. But the idea of making a pumpkin pie sounds really fun. Next part of our conversation: rice and beans any night of the week. You literally can't have rice and beans any night of the week. It's far easy to make. You can add whatever you want, whether you're adding in shrimp or scallops or chorizo or steak or diced up pork chops or grilled chicken, whatever you want, you can put it in there, or even ground beef. This week, I made my own version of Mexican rice, and I used Mexican rice and beans. I used rice and beans, black beans and rice. I used ground beef that I seared up in a taco seasoning. I also used salsa that I mixed in with Mexican cheese, with sour cream, and with cream cheese. And I mixed it, and it was absolutely delicious. I had that every day for meal prep this past week, and I loved every day. Like I said, I like to celebrate Mexican food, Spanish food, or Italian food anytime I can. And I really am able to do that. And it was absolutely delicious. I thought of the idea because I had a box of rice in the house. And I try to utilize things I already have. And that gave me the perfect opportunity to do it, so I did. And let me just tell you, it was great. And if you're looking for something quick to make, rice and beans, you can buy the box of Arizo any day in the Spanish aisle. Just get any sort of meat or any protein. It could even be something that's maybe not meat. Maybe if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can use a vegetable with it. You could always use something else. You can even use a mushroom or something else to put with it outside of meat too. Rice and beans is always an easy way to start dinner. So if you're looking for something easy that's not going to take you more than an hour to make, start there. And rice and beans taste good any day of the week, but especially weeknights. Anyways, that is the end of the pod of Born Star, Born Star, Born Star. Where you recognize you're a star. Because you are a star wherever you are. And when the world tells you you're not good enough or tells you something you don't like, ignore them and just put on Born to be a Star, where I will tell you how beautiful you actually are. And guess what? You have star power. You can't see in the darkness without the light. And guess what? You are the light. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday. I hope you eat great things. I hope you go to lots of fairs, and I hope you have lots of fun. And we went to Six Flags last weekend, and we went to Big E too, and we had a great time. And we'll see what's up. I want to go to some apple orchards, and I really want to do some fun things as well. So we'll see what happens. We are going to see the new James Bond, and we're definitely going to be eating some new things too. So we'll tell you all about that next week, and look forward to our new episode of We Give You the Review, We Give You the Review, We Give You the Review, so you know what to do. But this is the end of this one. Born Star, Born Star, Born Star. We recognize you're a star. Because you're a star wherever you are. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.